So Andrew Schultz has a problem. He made some comments recently in regards to what Kendrick Lamar said on a rap song. And if you ask me, those comments could be construed as damn near racist. Although he did talk about race. So, the way he did it, I would consider it to be racist, and I would consider him to be a person who harbors racist tendencies, if you want to be PC about it. But Kendrick Lamar said something in the song, and Andrew Schultz felt like the correct response was to try to emasculate that black man, to try to talk about how he could basically SA that black man freely and willingly, and there's nothing that black man could do to stop it. Now, Andrew Schultz, for some time, was in this house of hip-hop. He was a guest in this house of hip-hop. If you picture hip-hop as a house, and every member of hip-hop, every authentic member being a person who can reside in that house willingly and who helped to build the house, particularly the forefathers who built the foundation. Andrew Schultz was in that house. That house is looking really nice now to people across the street and to people down the block. That house of hip-hop looks really nice. It looks really appealing. As a matter of fact, it's the most appealing and inviting house in the neighborhood. It's the most successful genre of music. So everybody in the neighborhood sees that house and wants to be a part of the house of hip-hop. And so Andrew Schultz was never, a natural part of the house of hip-hop. He was clearly invited, apparently, seems like by Charlemagne the God. I don't know if he knew, what was happening, but he was apparently invited into the house of hip-hop. He came in, he checked out a couple rooms, he hung with the people, he talked, he was enjoying himself. We gave him some food from the cookout. He was enjoying himself in the house of hip-hop. And then, there was a meeting held. One of the leaders of the house of hip-hop held a quick meeting in one of the rooms. He gathered all the black men together and said, "Black men, listen up. We can't have no white comedian disrespecting no black woman. That's law." Meeting adjourned. And Andrew Schultz heard that. He was eavesdropping. He had his ear on the door, and he heard that. And he immediately got offended. He immediately got his panties in a bunch and determined, they're talking about me. Not only are they talking about me, but they're talking about me in a negative way that I cannot accept. So he walked out of the house of hip-hop and he went across the street. He went across the street and hung with some other people who were over there and started pointing. He said, "Hey, look at that house over there. Let me tell you about all the bad things that happens in that house over there. Don't you know that house disrespects black women? That house has a history of disrespecting black women. Don't you know that house has a history of talking about violence, black male-on-male violence? Don't you know that? And don't you know that one of those people in that house tried to tell me I can't disrespect black women? Don't you know that? And don't the people in that black house talk about black-on-black crime all the time? Oh, look at those people in that house over there. How terrible they are. How terrible they are. And one of those people dared to say something to me. And they're so terrible." But hold on. Weren't you just hanging in that house last week? Weren't you just slapping them five and laughing and joking with them last week? What happened? It was all good just a week ago. What happened? So he pulls the, and that's why I say it's racist, because he pulls, something that I don't want to say a white supremacist, but someone who has a white superiority complex would do. Immediately when they feel like they're attacked by those who they feel like society automatically paints as ignorant, as less. The moment that they're painted as something different, or the moment that they receive negative feedback from people who they feel like society deems as less and them as better, they try to jump on that side of superiority. Well, I'm not really a part of them. I'm on this side. They're over there. And let me tell you about all the bad things that they do. Sir, you were just a part of that group of people who you say did all these bad things. And then if I was to follow your logic all the way through, are you saying that because some people in that house have said negative things about women, and some people in that house have talked about violence among black people, that no one in that house can speak out against negativity against black women? Are you telling me that no one in that house can speak out against black on black crime and violence? Because you said some people in that house have done it? Are you serious? You can't be serious. So in every way, his retort, it wasn't even funny. He's never said anything that has made me laugh. So when people say he's a comedian, I don't see where it is, because I don't see the comedy, I don't see the laughter, I don't see the humor. He's never said anything that's made me laugh. So that's my opinion on him. He saw the House of Hip-Hop. It looked nice to him. He wanted to know what was going on. He was invited in. He stayed. He enjoyed himself for a little bit. But as soon as he heard something that he felt like might have been talking down to him or negatively to him, he tried to other hip-hop. He tried to other hip-hop. Make himself something different than what hip-hop is and say that's the other people. That's the other side. Look at the things that those other people are doing, and try to make himself seem so much better. And then on top of that to say, let me pick out the, informal leader of the house right now to try to disrespect him and say what I would do to him. Andrew Schultz, you're a clown. You're not funny. You need to pack it up. We don't want you here.